some people have the conception that as an African, you cannot make it in Germany, or you cannot be successful financially in Germany. What is your take on that?
I beg to differ. I believe anybody can make it anywhere in the world. Here in Germany, yes. Back wherever in the country, the local country of the person. I come from Ghana. Yes, you can also make it in Ghana. In any African country, it is possible to make it there. Because success does not depend on location. Location plays a role, yes. Location helps. It gives you the environment. It gives you the cushion. But if you have everything set, imagine you want to cook. You have all the ingredients. You have all the utensils. But you don't start.
Yeah.
You don't even know what you want to cook. The fridge is full of ingredients, everything. Everything. The kitchen is state of the art. You have microwave, you have this, you have oven, you have that. Everything, knives, cutleries, everything, pans, everything are there, set for you. That is what the location does. It sets the platform, but it doesn't put the food on the table. It doesn't prepare the food. You need to have a recipe. You need to make a decision. What am I cooking? If you know what you are going to cook, then you must have a recipe for this. And the recipe will now guide you because you are going to follow the recipe. Start, pick the pan, get maybe 5 or 10 ml of oil, cooking oil, put in, let it, heat. So these, take an egg, break it, put a bit maybe of salt, exact amount of salt, maybe few ounces of salt, and maybe stir it up, maybe add some onions, maybe add some, maybe bacon or this, and then pour it into the warm oil. Let it, fry for about a minute or two, and then turn it over, and then afterwards you can roll it, and you have an omelette. Yeah. This is what is so the same way with an environment. If you come to Germany, despite that they have all the opportunities here, if you don't have an idea of what you want to do, what you want to make out of your life, you can still be here and you wouldn't know what to do with all the opportunities. You wouldn't even recognize the opportunities, but you don't know what it is. So when, like you, a lady, when you go into a kitchen, you can cook because you know this is a pan, you know what to do, you know this is a knife, what to do with a knife, and this, you can cook. But a young girl who has not cooked before doesn't know, maybe a 12-year-old or 10-year-old comes and sees all the things, and maybe before start playing, with the pans and stuff like that. The person doesn't know, or the lady girl does. So that is how it is. So you can make it in Germany. If you come from Africa, here in Germany, you can make it. But remember, you can also make it in Ghana. It is all about you. Getting to know what you want. You start with what you want. What do you want? Most of us don't know what we want. And therefore, we go trying to do anything. I also like to throw a caution. I would say the educational system in the world generally, both back home and also, when I say back home, I come from Ghana, and here in Germany, the former educational system has done us a disservice in that it gives you the approach. Approach says that don't decide what you want to do now. Forget about it. Okay? First, go to school. Go to primary school. Make sure your grades are good. After primary school, go to secondary school. Make sure your grades are good. After secondary school, go to university. Make sure your grades are good. After university, look for a job. So now somebody has gone through the system. Very good. He's celebrated because the notes are good. And now he's at the university. He has finished the university and still doesn't know what he wants to do. He has a degree, wonderful, but he doesn't know. And he's just looking for a job, and they turn you down and they say this. And you are qualified, you've done all that, you're intelligent, but you don't know. It's sad. It's like coming back to the kitchen scenario again, it's like you don't really know what to cook, okay? But you're like, oh, as long as I get to the kitchen, whatever I see around, I'll cook something. So here you are, you see a set of tomatoes, onions, some vegetables, some meat, some fish, some what, everything, shrimps, whatever are there. You have spices, everything there. You have oil, you have water, you have salt, you have everything. You have the pans and everything. It's like, okay, I need a knife. You get a knife. I need this, I need this, I need. You get all of them, but you still not decided whether you are making. What is your favorite food?
Plantain, fried plantain.
Fried plantain. You've not even decided whether you are making fried plantain in beans or you are making maybe jollof rice.
Yeah.
Because whatever you decide will tell the kind of utensils you are going to use.
Yeah.
It will also decide the kind of ingredients you are going to do and the recipe you follow. It starts with what you want. You want fried plantain with beans. Somebody wants jollof rice. So go for a jollof. So the regular or the most important way of educating people is deciding what I want. So if I know what I want, then it guides me to know the kind of tools and the kind of things I need. If I'm going to make jollof rice, I decide before I come to the kitchen. I don't come to the kitchen to decide. So before somebody comes from Africa here, you must know what you're looking for. If you get here before you want to see the opportunities around, it will be like you're in the kitchen. You have seen all the things and you still don't know what I'm at. Oh, let me make a bit of beans. Nah. And you realize that okay, the beans you have, but you don't have red oil. Okay, no, it will not work. I need a red oil for beans. Okay, but this is a cooking oil. No, okay, let me start jollof rice. Then you start jollof, realize that, oh no, I don't even have rice itself. All I have is beans. What do I do? You know, this is what happens. So you pick a bit of the beans, you pick a bit of this, and you make up something which you don't even know what to call it. And that is what we have. So you can make it here in Germany big time. But you can be here and you can also be frustrated big time. All depends on you knowing what you want.
Okay, so doctor, what advice would you give to anyone who would like to come to Germany? Either for studies or especially for those who like to live here long?
So I will say, it is important. Having said earlier that know what you want, the environment also gives you an advantage. So definitely, the environment here in Europe or in Germany in particular has advantages, more advantages, let me put it, compared to the environment at my home country. I'm a proud Ghanaian. Ghana is great, it's wonderful. But when it comes to the facilities, when it comes to the institutional help which the government or the private sector offers to the individuals, they are still being developed. Here, that's what they call the developed already. So you have things, the tools are already there. If you know what you want to do, then you can quickly access them and use them. In Ghana, I know we'll get there one day. I'm proud of my Ghanaian, my country. Okay, but they are still being developed. We have years to go. We have way ahead. So, except a house which is still in the process and a house which is completed, which one would you like to live in?
A house which is completed.
So it answers itself. That is what I want to say. Both in education, both in jobs and whatever. But nevertheless, if somebody decide that this house is not completed, this house is completed. Once it's completed, there's little or no much you can do because it's completed. But the fact that it is not completed, I can modify it and build my dream house, which will be much better than somebody who has already. You take what was there and that was it. Maybe it's not what you want. Yeah, but that's what is available, so take it. But no, so I want to make what I want. So it's not completed. So it gives the room. It depends on you, what you see. So I would say, let God open your eye, so you know what you want. If you want mansion, it's uncompleted, so it gives you you can change the foundation. You can modify the structure, you can change the color, you have many things you can do to it. And at the end, it becomes something wonderful. That is what Africa is. Because all the raw materials are still there, all the resources are still there. We still have room to grow, we still have room to develop, we still have room to change things around. When you look at the rate of development, economic development, you realize that the numbers in Africa are higher than the numbers here. I'm talking of the rate. The speed at which they are going per time is faster than here, because here they've reached. So like you are rising up, you take a plateau. So you are on a plateau, you go small. So they can tell you the economy is growing about maybe 1 to 2 or 3% in Europe, in Western world. But in Africa, they tell you 10%, 20%, because there's a change from last year what they were having and this year. Big change. And they're still changing. They are still far away, but they're changing. So they are faster moving than this one. So that's what I'm saying, depending. So somebody can be in Africa and make it big. We have millionaires in Africa. We have billionaires in Africa. Okay? The same way here in Europe, yes, it's there. So it's all you. Everything comes back to you.
Okay, so in your own perception, what do you think the pros and cons are living in Germany?
The advantages, which is the pro, are that you have an environment which promotes any dream at all you have. So there's a saying in Germany here that anything you want to be, you can be. If you want to study medicine, it doesn't matter whether you studied science in the secondary school, you can start and do it. You can go for evening classes, you can get it, you can get your A-level, what we call Abitur, you can read your medicine. If you want to be an engineer, it doesn't matter whether you read arts or you didn't, you can start. Anything you want to be, it is like that. You want to be a musician, all the facilities are here, you can do. But it still depends on you. You have to decide. That is what I think is the advantage over maybe my home country, whereby the facilities are not there. If you want to be a sports person, look at the sports facilities. Football pitches, basketball pitch, football fields, soccer fields, tennis fields. They have different golf. All that they are there, and you can easily access them. You can go and register, be a club member, go for training. You have coaches to train you, to support you, and everything. Over there in Ghana, if even it's there, they are limited, and the number of people who want to access it is not, it's huge. So your chances of getting opportunity to be part is difficult, except you are among the very few fortunate ones. That is the pro. Okay. Now the cons is this. The language is another thing, but it is in itself also, it can be a pro, not necessarily a con. If you are able to master the language, because this is a different language, maybe you were brought up with the English language, because Ghana was colonized by the British. So all your life you've been speaking English, and now you are grown. Learning a new language becomes tough. Even when you do, maybe you don't flow. It can be a disadvantage, whereby they are giving you a job which requires your language proficiency in German to be very tough. There you are not. So it becomes a problem. While maybe in Ghana, that might not be a problem at all, because English and you speak English. So you see, but then if you are able to master the language, then it also opens an extra job, an extra door, whereby you have your English language, you have your German, which is a language that opens a gate or a door to another world altogether. You might be able to access everything the German will access, because you understand You can appreciate it. You can now also assess everything. I mean, an English person can, because you also understand the language. Okay, so I say that language is good, but then if you are not able to master the German language, it becomes a disadvantage for you if you are doing this. Universities are here. Wonderful. Universities are a means to an end, but not an end. So that's what I say. Most people think going to university, having a degree is an end in itself. No. It's just what? A means to an end. But it's not the end itself. The end is what you want to achieve. So if it's not, it becomes an end in itself. Exactly if the university shapes you, sharpens your skills, molds you, prepares you for what you are planned to do, and then you go into it. So somebody reading medicine, you want to practice medicine. So you are given the training, your skills, and then you come out and you practice. So it has helped you to become what you want to be. But if you don't know, somebody can still read medicine and not practice it. You know that. Oh yeah, there are people who have practiced medicine, they never used it. Yes. People come and they're like, or engineering. I mean, anybody. Whatever you study, it is not all the time what you study in the university. Maybe you study something, maybe sociology, or maybe art, or maybe you study law. But are you practicing as a lawyer? So that's what I mean. It's supposed to be a means to an end, but if you take it to be an end itself, then you think, by the time you get a certificate, it's ended. And therefore, you are there and you realize that, I've still not achieved this big vacuum in your heart. You are not fulfilled because becomes a problem. But you need to know what. As I always say, it depends.
That should be your motto.
All depends on you. And it's not me who said it. The Bible said it. The Bible said, let me give you a story. I hope you have a few minutes. It said, there was a man whose son was having epilepsy, was falling in water and everything. And the disciples tried to cast the spirit out of the child or heal. And it didn't work. So when Jesus came, he said, the man started complaining that your guys could not do the job. And then Jesus turned to the man and he says, I don't remember exactly what Jesus said, but I think he said, you was adulterous generation. I mean, something said something about that. But you always depend on what miracles and all that. So he said, bring the child. And then he said, if you can. And Jesus said, if I can, it's not about if I can. All things are possible if you. So Jesus made it that it's not about if Jesus can. He knows he can. But he wants to make it clear that he wants to make sure it depends on you. The healing or the miracle should depend on he, the one who's searching or looking for the miracle. He said, if you believe it, you will get it. It's not me. Me, I know what I can do. I know who I am. But it depends on you. And he said, Jesus, that is how it works. So you must believe in who? Yourself. Because Jesus, God believes in you. God has put, He knows what He has put in you. You don't know yourself, but He knows you. And you know what He has put in you. And you can do so much that you are doing now. So you must believe that report that you can do. And then work on it. So everything depends on you. Make it, or this is what? Swim or sink. All depends on you. You gotta do it. Success or failure.
So you
can do. Somebody says failure is what? First attempt in learning. That is, somebody will say, I failed. Somebody takes it over. This is my first attempt. I will try again. Okay? That is it. And that is how life is. Life demands that you earn it. You must earn it. Whatever you get, you must earn it. As I said, bringing value to the marketplace, don't forget that. You are rewarded or you are paid for the value you bring. The value is everything. Everything is value. Service is value, product is value. Anything you do. Now, let me give you a typical scenario. People don't know what value is, but I can tell you, I can give you a very, let's say in your home, okay? You are to clean your home and go to work. Now, if you are cleaning your home, typically it might take you maybe about 2 hours, 3 hours to do really general cleaning, really clean well. Okay. Now, if you do that and you have used the 3 hours on your home, nobody's paying you for it. And then, so the 8 hours you have to work, 3 hours usually, so you have only 5 hours to work. You will pay for only 5 hours for your own work, which maybe they will pay you better. Now, the choice is, do you do your own cleaning for 3 hours, or do you use that 3 hours to go and work where they will pay you more? Or will you take the value of somebody? Will you request that value from somebody? Okay, please, I am going to work. They will pay me, let's say, 50 euro or 30 euro an hour. Now, if you do, and you are specialized in cleaning, so the person will do it even better than you will do it. And the person will require maybe 10 euro an hour. So you have 30 euro an hour, 10 euro. So you can give the person the 10 euro and still have your 20 euro extra for you. One is going to be better than you can go. He specializes in cleaning. You clean yourself, but it's not as good as somebody who is a professional cleaner. Okay? And you can use the time to what? To do what you are good at, to earn the money for it. So this person has now brought you value. How do I see it has brought you value? If the house is not clean, germs are going to come. When the germs come, now a dirty house and a very clean house, if the two are being sold, which one is more valuable?
A clean
house is more valuable. Yeah. A house which is dilapidated, no painted, is rust, whatever, and a house which is well renovated, and which one is more valuable? Because you see, what they did is what brought the value. The painting, the cleaning, the weeding, the curving, all that. That is what. So everything people do is value. It's value. Okay? So what people do, so if you bring value to the marketplace, what is the marketplace? Marketplace, because that's where the money is changed. That's where you meet people. There are people bringing money, there are people who are bringing service or value. So you give the value and you give the money. So if you want money, you have to go to the marketplace, bring your value there, and somebody will take your value. They will give you the money. They have the money, but they need the value. So bring the value there.
This has been an insightful time with all. I'd like to ask you your final words, what you would like to share to our audience.
I would say it is so important to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Because there are 2 reports about you. Everyone, there's 2 reports about you. The report which is written from outside, the external report, and I will say the internal report. The internal report is you yourself, how you perceive yourself. If you perceive yourself to be weak, good for nothing, I don't have any help, nobody will help me, you will remain like that. And if the report from outside is also not good, people telling you that you can't make it. Oh, here in Germany, why didn't you go to the US? It's better there, and you can never make it because you believe that, and it becomes a stronghold in your mind, and it pulls you down. But if you are so determined that where others fail, you are going to succeed. Where others couldn't push through, you are going to push through. You know, the Bible says, if somebody go with you a mile, go with you extra mile. That extra mile is what is going to make the difference in your life. So I will tell your audience that believe in yourself, because there is someone called God who put so much potential in you. What you have seen in your life till now is just minimum compared to what you'll be able to do. You have so much in you which has not been tapped. So believe in yourself and move forward. Believe in your dream. Work on it. There's help everywhere. Once you start, you'll get people to help you. But one thing, the one who gives you the power to make it is God. So you can't also succeed without Him. You can be intelligent, you can be in the land of opportunity, either here or wherever, but it all, believing in yourself, believing in the one who put opportunity, the strength, the potentials in you, and be ready to follow your dream and your passion. Once you are determined, God will help you to succeed.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Doctor. It's really, and I really learned a lot from you, because almost every time, not even almost, every time we have a conversation, your conversations are always deep and very insightful. And I've really learned a lot. I really learned a lot. Thank you so much. Yes. So, and don't forget, people who are amazing help others to be amazing. Thank you.